Make it stop! Welcome to my home. This is my commute to the office that I have to take every morning. In the freezing cold, I have to walk about 12 feet. And now we are in the eBay office. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another video where I show you how these things happen with the eBay business. I don't know what accent that was, but we're here. I forgot to turn the space heater on. It is very, very chilly today. Man, I need to clean. Look, there's just random. I use Clorox wipes like a mad person out here cleaning stuff as I'm listing it for pictures. Let's see here. 36 degrees. Last time I focused on this little thing, it messed up the camera for the rest of the video. Today, we find out what's in the fridge. But first, we're just going to talk about a few. So last thing you guys heard about in the last video, I got scammed on a memory card. If you haven't watched that video, make sure you check it out. Today, we have, I believe, 2 orders to pull. Let's see here. Let's see on Le Phone. Yeah, so we sold course camera. Oh my god. Maybe I'll get a new camera one day. We sold Buffy the Vampire Slayer on Xbox and Empire Earth on PC. So let's see here. Xbox games. Where do I have? I think it's over here. Yeah, Buffy the Vampire Slayer is right here. And then Empire Earth. One of these. What's that? Lord of the Rings. Not that. That's Warcraft. That's Sim City. Roller Coaster Tycoon. The Sims. Ow! I think I went right past it. There it is. Right there. Boom. I was making sure I wasn't flashing a CD key. So there's our 2 orders. Right there. So those are easy. I love when games sell because it's just a bubble mailer 90% of the time and it's out the door. This heat gun, I was using that a lot yesterday to take off stickers. Anyways, guys, I'm going to show you guys this stuff before we get into the epic refrigerator tour. This stuff I bought at the Open Door yesterday. So there's 2 thrift stores in my town. One is the Salvation Army, and I usually have a lot of good luck there. They're less willing to work with me on wheeling and dealing, and they also don't have very many sales, like ever. And if they do, they don't advertise it. I go there like once a week, and I missed a 50% off sale the other day, and they were like, yeah, well, we don't really have a Facebook group, and we don't put anything on the radio, and we don't even have signs. You just have to show up. And I was like, what? So yeah, that's fun. The other one is Open Door. They're more willing to work with me. I brought all this stuff up there. They do weird stuff at this one though. Like this mixer and this bowl, even though they go together, this had $8 on it, this had $3 on it. And I was like, what? And she's like, don't worry, I'll just charge you one price. Luckily, the lady that works the front counter, she's younger. Younger. She's like my age. And I had cheese gear on. She's like, you're a cheese fan, I'll hook you up. I was like, sweet. So this whole box cost me $18. Oh, another thing about the Open Door is they do bag sales once a month. I think on the last Friday of the month, something like that. They do a bag sale, so you get like a Walmart bag, anything you can fit in it for $3. So that's pretty cool, and they're much more willing. Like I'll just put stuff on the counter and haggle, and they usually accept whatever my terms and conditions are. So anyways, let's get right into it. So first and foremost, we got Sim City 2000 here, box game. Anytime you see something like this, oh, my buddy John, he was like, I want to do eBay too. And I was like, all right, dude, I'll show you the ropes. You want to come yard sailing with me? And I let him come yard sailing with me, riding in my truck and everything, right? We're walking through this yard sale that I would have been there by myself alone with if I wouldn't have invited him along. He picks up this game and he's like, you think, I don't know, you think this is worth anything? It wasn't this. It was Prince of Persia in a box like this with the old school floppy disks. And I was like, yeah, I would pick that up. I was like, I don't know for sure. Ended up being like a $250, $300 find. I hate him. I hate John. John, if you watch this video, I hate you. But anyways, so I found this at Open Door and picked it up. I don't know if it's 100% complete. I mean, there's the instruction manual. And I mean, this looks, I'm pretty sure we're going all complete right here. I was quickly looking through listings on eBay. I believe this box is in pretty crispy condition too. I think this is like a $25 game. You know, so that right there is the box. Like I said, everything in this box cost me $18. Ended up being a pretty good find. It's funny because I say that the Salvation Army is usually my good find spot. Consistently, I find stuff there, and Open Door, not so much. This time, I found all this at Open Door, went to Salvation Army right afterwards, didn't find anything. And that's just how it goes. This was actually the first thing that I picked up. So, let me get it over here in the light. I don't know what all these accents are, and I'm sorry. I think it's still early, and I'm just trying to keep myself awake. Let's get that out of the way. So this thing, I've done really good selling vintage kitchen stuff like this. I find this stuff at the thrift store fairly often, and if it has all the pieces, I usually pick it up. So there's a little bit of rust going on in there and everything, but I'll clean it up a little bit. I noticed that I used to use a meat grinder for work daily. I use one now whenever I get my deer during deer season. So I noticed that the blade in there, the corkscrew's in there, the blade's in there, and then there's probably different plates that are available, but there at least is a plate in there. And then I noticed that it's actually got a suction cup bottom. When you move that little handle in the back, that suction cup is actually, there's a little bit of damage there on the corner, but it will still suction to a countertop. I tested it there and it worked, much to my surprise. So that's pretty cool. Also, then what I noticed was on the back here, it says, because I always look for you know, a model number to look this stuff up on eBay. What I noticed here, Rival Manufacturing Company, Sedalia, Missouri, 65301, which was really weird to me because that's the town that I live in. That's my town, that's my city. So I was like, that's really cool. This thing is made in my city. So I just thought that was cool, and I was probably gonna pick it up just because I thought it was neat. They had $5 on it. Again, I don't know what I exactly paid for all this because she only charged me $18 for the box, but yeah, so manufactured in my city, still works and everything. I was looking these up. I think I can get about $25 to $30 on that. So we got, we'll say 25 bucks there, 25 bucks on Sim City. And then let me get this big guy out. All right, so the note on this guy says, works great. No ink cartridge. It's a little dusty in there, but for the most part, the keys are all in good condition and everything. Like I said, I'll use some Clorox wipes. And if you do a quick eBay search on Smith coronavirus and SL470, you will see these guys go, I believe it was like anything between, what was it? I think it's like a $50 bill. Maybe it might have been more. It might have been like 75, 80. I can't exactly remember, but I'm gonna open this up. I mean, it's really not bad. It's just a little bit dusty in there, you know. So I'll clean that up, and hopefully that'll be a good little sale as well. So with those three things, I'd say about $100. And then I picked up a couple t-shirts. I don't think this is vintage, but it's a nice Grateful Dead tee, liquid blue, 2XL. I like to find large XL and 2XL seem to be the best sizes for reselling, but it's in good shape and everything. And their shirts at the Salvation Army, shirts are $3.50, which is a little crazy in my opinion. But the Open Door shirts are only $1.50. So I figured for $1.50 I'd pick it up, even if it's not. I'm pretty sure based on the printed tag right there, it's not going to be vintage. Normally it would have a physical tag. Also, another way to tell vintage clothing is single stitching on the sleeves. See how that has double stitching? If you find single stitching, 9 times out of 10 it is old vintage t-shirt. Then I found this, if I can get it out here, I Heart Gallo. Gallo, not 100% sure how you pronounce that, but first I noticed that the print is in really good shape. There's, like, you can tell that, you know, if it was washed, it was gently washed and taken good care of. And there is the tag right there, XL. So again, that's the size that I like to find t-shirts in. I looked it up. This is a Mexican beer company. And I couldn't find this exact t-shirt, but there were some other t-shirts that were selling for decent amount. So again, for $1.50, I just picked up the 2 t-shirts. Why not? I was already there. I knew the lady would give me a decent price on the whole box of stuff anyways. So I picked it up. And then we got, if I can get it out without breaking it, get this box out of my way. So we got this little guy right here. Now, unfortunately, these places love to just put Sharpie all over your stuff, which is kind of annoying. And tape. So I'm gonna have to get all this tape off. I might have to clean that up. But what I first noticed when I looked up some Sunbeam Mixmaster is that people were selling these dough hooks and the regular mixer blades, whatever you want to call these. People were basically selling these for $15 to $20 and these for $15 to $20 just for the Sunbeam compatible Mixmaster mixing blade. So I was like, okay, $8, you know, even if this doesn't work, it says works, but even if it doesn't work, you know, I can get my money back on just the mixing blades and do okay. And then at first I just searched Sunbeam Mixmaster, and there's a bunch of different models, and some of them go for like and some of them go for pretty decent. And then I realized once I typed in the actual, where's it at? Once I typed in the actual model number, which I'm not seeing now, it must be on the bottom, I'm not going to try to flip it. Once you type in the actual model, this exact one came up, obviously, and this thing actually flips up instead of, like, most of these are just like a fixed position, which is kind of because you have to pull these down and then out. This thing actually like flips up, which I guess makes it a little bit more desirable. And I noticed that all the writing was still here and everything. Anyways, I was seeing people sell, depending on how many accessories, with a lot of stuff on eBay, the more accessories you have for anything that you sell, a lot of times it will do a lot better. So people were selling this model of the Sunbeam Mixmaster with the 2 sets of blades and a bowl. Some people did have more than one bowl, so I'm gonna have to look a little bit further into that. But they were selling them for like $85 to $90 plus shipping. So this is a really, really good find here, you know, for the $8. Like I said, I spent $18 on everything, so I don't even know exactly what she charged me, but it wasn't much. So basically, I think this pile is about $100, maybe a little bit over, and then you've got about $100 here. So I'd say $150, $200 find here for $18. You know, quick stop at the open door. Anytime I'm in town and I don't have too much going on, I don't have to race to get back home, I just go ahead and stop by the Salvation Army or the open door or both and see what happens. So this time, this is what happens. These, ladies and gentlemen, are my finds. Are you proud of me? Are you proud of me? Which one are you most excited about? And now, ladies and gentlemen, what is in the fridge? Here we go. Actually, let's start with the freezer. If I can open it. I thought it wasn't gonna open. So I used to use this as like access storage for food, for you know, just for me and my family. This stuff has been here for years. I'm pretty sure this freezer went out one time and these have refrozen. That's 2 racks of ribs there. Makes me really sad. You can kind of tell by the color that it's probably not gonna be good to eat. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with those, but definitely not eat them. Then we got there's a CO2 tank back there. We got some, I think I had a fish fry here one time. That's been in here for a couple years since. We got some frozen cod fillets. We got some leftover candy from Halloween a couple years back. There's like half of a gooey butter cake in there, some popsicles for my kids whenever, you know, summer comes around. We got another, I think this is like a, cinnamon pecan pull-apart bread. Who knows if that's any good. I don't even know why there would be an apple pie in here because I don't like apple pie. But so we got an apple pie. And then these, all you fishermen out there, you guys know what this is. Tyson all natural chicken livers. And some of you guys are going to be like, oh my God. Those aren't for me to eat. That's the best catfish bait money can buy. So that concludes the freezer. On the outside, we've got some nice Gears of War stickers, some Hova magnets, the 2019 Chiefs schedule, a Savage Jerky sticker, Balls Guarana, This is usually I write down what boxes I'm getting low on so I know what to order. My buddy Jeff actually made, ProMods made me this this sticker. My old controller sponsor. There's another one of my classic stickers right there, Savage Jerky. Shout out to Savage Jerky. Use code HOVA to save 10% on anything you want. My buddy Jeff actually made this sticker, not that one, this one. But yeah, so this used to be the land shed. Before all these shelves and everything were in here, I had, so look up there, you see those cables? And there's a cable there, and down there by the heater, and on the other side, you can see those cables all around. And is it still hanging there? No, I think I brought it down. I used to have a 32 port switch hanging on that wall right there. And we ran all the cabling through the ceiling, dropped it down in various locations, and my buddies would just set up, we had tables set up all around the outside, and we'd set our chairs up, and they'd bring their Xboxes in here, and we'd have LAN parties. And then everybody kind of got too old to organize anything and got too much going on in our lives, you know. So now it's my eBay shed. So anyways, I don't know how we got off on that. Here is the fridge. Oh my Lanta, this tortellini, this is leftover tortellini that I brought out. That was, well, there's some fuzziness in there. You can see that. I brought that out here months ago to eat for lunch one day while I was working. The thing is that unless I need to get into this fridge, I forget it's here. So I'll never, maybe I'll take that out today and clean it. Maybe. We will see. This can of, what is this? Porch Rocker? Tart and refreshing. Somebody left that. They came over for pool and darts and left it. Looks like there's a nice bottle of wine there. 3 bottles of ranch from whenever I ordered wings from Postmates one time when I went up to KC. We got some ginger beer in here. We got some, is that Peronis? I didn't even know I had Peronis in here. Somebody bought me this disgusting pumpkin beer for like my birthday or something one time, and it's been here ever since. They got me 2 6-packs, I think. Yeah, look, there's more over here. Is that the same stuff? I don't know. This is some homemade cranberry good. There's some homemade apple pie or peach, I can't remember. Then there's some random sweet and sour mixers in there. This is the lid to the wings that I haven't thrown away yet. This is my 1 bottle of water so I don't die while I'm out here working. I'm scared to look in here. Oh, we got 1 Keystone. Is that nice? Yes, 1 Keystone Ice. I enjoy Keystone Ice because, ladies and gentlemen, it is 5.9% alcohol by volume, and if you're doing the math at home, most, you know, just like your Busch Light and Bud Light and all that stuff is like a 3.4, I think, something like that. So it's basically 2 beers in a can, in 1 can. And yeah, for the Super Bowl, I drank a 12-pack of these, and well, you guys saw the aftermath of that. Nothing in the other drawer. Over here, what do we got? We got some Savage Jerky. This is legit my favorite hot sauce. Like their jalapeno mojo jalapeno hot sauce is so good. Unfortunately, it's sold out on the website right now. Probably because I legit buy it by the case. I'm addicted to that stuff. Then we got some Kikkoman soy sauce packets. Some little mixed drinkers. What am I saying? So like these don't have alcohol in them. You're supposed to just mix to it or whatever. We got a random Corona back there, some more pumpkin ale, a bottle of catsup. What is that? Some lemon lime juice. God knows what that is. Some Smirnoff vodka. I absolutely hate vodka. That will never get drank. I leave all this stuff in here, and anytime someone comes over, I'm like, you guys can drink whatever you want and as much as you want. Anything that's in the garage fridge. I do not care. Some Admiral Nelson's. That's actually the finest spiced rum in all of the land. Some more ranch. I got enough ranch in here to feed an army, dude. Some fiery habanero honey KC Masterpiece. There's more Caliber. Oh, God. Yeah, that's it. I think that concludes the fridge tour, ladies and gentlemen. There it is. Like I said, a lot of you guys in the comments were asking, hey, what's in the fridge? And there it is, man. I had to show you. I had to show you. So now I should actually probably get to work and list this stuff. Good, beautiful Monday morning. I got some orders pulled here today. A lot of this stuff going out. I still got a PS2 Fat to pull. and some Smurfs glasses. And this, man, I'm kind of nervous about this. I'm going to tell you guys about it real quick. Focus. Where'd it go? I thought I had it right there. Did I? Oh, that's right. I relisted it, so I put it down there. But anyways, that VCR DVD dubbing machine, basically you can record VHS to DVDs. The person that bought it returned it. She said that she recorded an entire VHS over to a DVD. She left me great feedback, and then requested a return because she said that every time she turned it on, it would not stay powered on. It would stay on for a couple minutes, not even, I guess, and then just turn off. You know, I told her, I was like, I didn't experience anything like that. It worked fine for me. Have you tried multiple outlets? Maybe you've got too much plugged into that. That's the only thing I could think, is that it was like plugged into an outlet with too much other stuff, almost like it was tripping a breaker, but it wasn't tripping the breaker. It was just turning the machine off, apparently. I don't know. She returned it. I gave her a refund. She left her DVD that she dubbed in the machine. I turned it on. It stayed on fine. I played the entire DVD that she had in there. I put in another DVD, played that entire DVD. It never turned off. So I relisted it. And I'm kind of scared that, like, I'm going to have problems. But I don't know if she just didn't want it and just needed an excuse to return it. But it already sold again. So anyways, yeah. So we've got some stuff here. Like I said, I've got a couple more items to pull. I wanted to hit some, I know this is already a kind of a long video, so I'm going to go ahead and end it up here with some viewer questions. Let's see if I can get right into this. Okay, so first viewer question that I noticed here from Kyle. He said, how do I find those Facebook auctions you keep talking about? So keep in mind, unless you live in the middle of nowhere, Missouri, the auctions that I'm talking about aren't going to do you any good unless you want to drive, you know, potentially hundreds of miles to get there to source from. So just, you know, search your Facebook groups and see if you can find an auction group that's local. I know a lot of the people that do the same thing that I do. I have a group of friends. We have a Discord chat. They don't have a local Facebook auction group either. Some of them have found local auctions online, but not on Facebook. I'm very lucky in the fact that I found this auction group and it's in my town. So all I can say is, you know, search the internet and maybe you can find something similar to what I'm using. Then I got another message here from Lieutenant G. Davis, 6803. What eBay store subscription would you recommend someone starting out? So what he's talking about is you can buy a storefront on eBay, and basically it gives you more listings and you can start getting discounts and stuff too, I believe, on your final sales and stuff like that. What I say is there's no need to. As I replied here, unless you need it, you don't need it. eBay is free. I think when you first start an account, you can only list like 20 things or something like that anyways. They want to make sure that you can actually list things, list them accurately, ship them on time, ship them without, you know, items arriving destroyed. They want to see that you can actually be a seller on eBay before you can even have an account and do the amount of scale that I'm doing. So I don't recommend spending any money at the beginning. If you have to ask me, you don't need it. You know, if one day you'll sit down and say, okay, yeah, no, I need to pay for an eBay storefront. Until that time, don't do it. And then another one here we got, what are your must grabs when you see them at garage sales? Keep up the vids. Thank you very much, Alejandro. I appreciate that, man. And as I answered here, again, literally anything that you can, I don't have any, you know, prejudice when it comes to what I can make a profit on. If I'm educated enough about it, or even if I'm not, and I do a quick search and I say, oh, okay, this item here is $1 and I can sell it for 100, obviously I'm going to buy that. It varies, you know. I picked up, one of the most profitable things I've ever picked up was like some facial cream stuff, and I don't even remember what brand it was or anything now, but I bought an entire case of it for like $30 and I sold, it was like 8 big bottles and like 10 small bottles or something like that, and I cleared hundreds of dollars of profit off of that buy. And I didn't know anything about it until I whipped my phone out, searched the stuff, and saw what it was selling for. So, you know, there's not anything, whenever I go to a yard sale, there's not anything that I'm always looking for that I never leave without. Because sometimes, you know, a lot of people might think that video games is that thing. A lot of people have video games at their garage sales. A lot of people also think PS2 games are worth $10 to $15 a piece, and they're just not. Some of them might be, but they're definitely not whenever they've got like their Madden sports games mixed into that price range and stuff like that. Same with old consoles. You know, I've seen people with like an original SNES and they've got a copy, or original NES, and they've got a copy of Mario Duck Hunt with it, and they think it's vintage and extremely rare and worth $250, and obviously it's not. So it all just comes down to who you're buying from, and you know, their price point. So there's not one thing that I necessarily look out for at every yard sale, because it all comes down to pricing. And as soon as you watch as much of my content as you can, watch other people on eBay or on YouTube doing the same thing, and learn as much as you can. Retain as much of that information as possible, and that's how you'll do your best. You know, knowledge is power in this situation. The more you educate yourself about what's out there, what's selling, and what it's worth, the more money and the better you'll do this yard sale season. So that's about all I've got. Thank you guys so much for coming out. I love you. I'm gonna get some, well, I'm gonna get all this stuff shipped out first, and then I'm gonna get some listings done. I've got some stuff in the house that I need to go get. I'm running out of stuff to list. I really am, and it's kind of worrying me. We got yard sale season approaching. I actually saw an auction that's in Columbia, Missouri this weekend that I might try to get to. I don't know. We'll see. So if I do that, you guys will likely be coming along with me through the camera. So anyways, I love you guys. I'm going to quit rambling. Thanks so much for the love on these videos. Make sure you're watching all the other content in the playlist. Check out the Hova Flips playlist. It's featured on this channel. Make sure you're subscribed. Ring that bell. Comment on the videos. Help support me. Make sure you're watching the pack openings. All that good stuff. I love you guys. I'll see you on the next video.